Hey everyone, this is Charlie Six Zulu with the second battle replay on the channel. I definitely have not been putting this battle off about 4 hours now. Definitely haven't. We have a 3v3 here on, I believe it is called Thessalonica. It is an interesting one, as you can tell by the time it is on the shorter side, because it is a hell of a gamble. Let's see if it pays off. Over here on the attackers, we have first Tylus. Tylus is being led by a noble horse general. They have a scorpion, 2 Celtic slingers, 2 Celtic warriors, a Gallithracian sword, 2 Oathsworn, and 7 tribal warriors. We also have on this side, titled to some, playing Epirus, with 2 royal peltasts, one of them being his gen, a fixed ballista, 3 Cretan archers, 1 Rhodian slinger, 2 Illyrian levies, 1 Italian swordsman, 3 Samnites, and 5 Thraeus spears. Finally, all the way on the other side, we have, well, me. I brought in Hellenic Cataphracts General, 2 Citizen Cav, 4 Syrian archers, 4 Hillmen, 2 Silver Shield swordsmen, and 5 Thorax swords. Now, can't see any of the defenders' armies, so I'm not going to spoil it for you. But we have RVL playing Pergamon, Big Dog Profsoa as Carthage, definitely didn't say that right, and Phoebe 1315 as Egypt. Now, let's get started and see how this goes. This is a bit of a slow start. It actually starts off over here with Tylus scouting this hill out, making sure everything's fine. Find the first unit of Carthage. Mercenary Balearic Slinger. Now normally when you see these guys on the walls, I'll expect something to come on out to give them their kills. I believe. Yep, here we go. The gate is opening. And we'll have the old starting push. With what looks like 2 units of Egyptian cavalry running in, I believe that's diamond. Yeah, diamond formation. Citizen Cav coming around the side. They think there might be a bit of a gap here for the to get into the archers, but about to find out. Not really. At speed. That's pulling back. It looks like Tylus over here is pushing around, clearing the hill, and making sure nothing comes out over here. Nothing coming out over on this side yet. Let's get back here for the engagement. Which Egyptian cavalry have already taken some casualties, but it looks like the Greek Bastion Ballista is getting some damage in. I will give him credit where credit is due. These have been some pretty good shots so far. There you go. Still nothing over on the other side. For glory! Looks like he got 1 Egyptian cavalry round. Yeah, the citizen cavalry is taking some damage. That's for sure. The Egyptian cavalry comes back around. Yeah. Oh, the opening engagement is definitely going to the Egyptian cavalry, that's for sure. As Egypt is starting to pull out more troops. Galatian swordsmen, Royal Thorax, and Egyptian infantry. We're starting to see a little bit more over on this side as this engagement's finishing up. Looks like there's a hoplite. Some Gallic warriors coming on out. Yep, 2 units of Gallic warriors. Look at that, they're repositioning to go get that damage. Looks like some Illyrian levies. Some Italian swords and a Celtic warrior are going to be meeting them. Right before that engagement, let's take a look over here. So that's getting finished off. It looks like they're coming back inside, but there's at least one Galatian sword over here as well. And an Egyptian slinger, interestingly enough. Apologize, I missed the beginning of that engagement. These Balearics are going to do a lot of damage. 2 units of levies are surrounding that Gallic. Honestly, even without this fire, I don't think the levies are going to win. Yeah, the Gallic's already at 40. Those Italians are getting dropped. 26 kills there, 50 kills there. It's like... Those Gallics are getting dropped real quickly. I'm taking some side fire from those Rhodians. Yeah, it looks like over there they're just holding steady, so we'll stick over here. Watch this. Oh, this Balearic's already at 54 kills. The Gallic is on. Oh, let's see. Come on. At 100. There we go. Yeah. Unit of Thraeus coming in. That should finish off that unit of Gallic. But yeah, that was a pretty nice volley. Yeah, that unit of Thraeus is taking way too many casualties for that fight. So Balearics are back in it, over 100 kills. Mercenary Gallic is starting to drop due to them now being surrounded, and there they go. Those Balearics are going to continue to get some pot shots off. To 155 kills, 160. Honestly, Balearic Slingers are a scary unit. When you see those guys, I mean, they don't look like much compared to Cretans and Syrians, but they rack up kills. Used right, it's, I mean, as you can see, they're already at near 200. They just dominate the field when you can get them into position. Ooh. Well, I was jumping away, but it looks like we've got another unit of Gallic warriors coming in. Probably knocking some people off. Knock them off that tower. Now it looks like they're going to sweep around. No, they didn't even properly knock him off. There we go. Volley right into those Galathracians. And that's not going to be pretty right here. I mean, not much you can do here than take the fire, but... I mean, this is very good on Carthage right now. Over here, we're having an interesting development. Looks like maybe all of Egypt. And what is this? Some Galatian swords. Most, if not all, the Egypt army. No, there's a unit right up there. Get him down. Coming out on me. Now, I mentioned earlier that there was a bit of a gamble, and this is it. Eliminating the isolated army. They win this, send all of these forces back, and wipe these guys out. If they lose, Well, if they lose, they leave the isolated army open. Carthage is doing good, delaying them as much as possible. Still see those Balearic Slingers. I wonder if they'll get up to 300 kills. We'll see at the end. They're getting close.
Quick march.
Let's see a bit of what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Galatian swords. The Egyptian slingers, some Galatian swords as thorax. Cretans. Triple bronze chevroned Egyptian infantry. Heavy Thoreos swords, more Galatians. Egyptian infantry. Honestly, I'm not seeing a lot of quality. Some Sobex. That can get some pretty dangerous. Where is their money?
Quickly now.
Very wide Egypt built. And those 5 Galatian swords can do some real damage. Looks like over there they've got their hoplites. Yeah, it looks like they probably have their Holden force on the opposite side. They're just supporting with 5 Galatians to help tip the favor of this fight over to them. Now, there's a pretty decent fight going on. Let's jump over here. If they're breaking through, looks like they're probably going to hold until this side commits over here and try to break through.
Double time.
I'll be honest, I don't know much about what happens over there. I was scared for my life over here. Something else coming out? Yep. African war elephants. Now this... this could definitely turn the tide. And why it is a very wide Egypt army with African war elephants could spell disaster. As the archers are just skirmishing down those Thoreau spears and they're trying to fire back. Let's quickly jump over here. Looks like Tylus is preparing a push with tribal warriors. 3 breaches. Celtic slingers up here. The Scorpion. Another unit of tribals just to protect them. There's the ill-fated cavalry battle. Well, ill-fated for Seleucid, I should say. Looks like the Thoreos are taking more of the damage out of here. The Thorax are on the flanks. Helmet in the middle. More Thorax on the flanks. Looks like they're going to try to break... The Galatians are going to try to break through those hillmen, which they wouldn't have much trouble with. Well, Egypt's going to push on this right-hand flank to break through. Fairly thin line of thorax that have been being softened up by these Thoreos.
Advance at speed! Quick march!
Yep, the hillmen are starting to falter already in the middle. Looks like at least this Galatian sword's not doing too well. That's about to break. The Egyptians are holding pretty well. But This is not good at all.
Back, men, back!
Oh, it could have been a little bit of a pull through. They broke right at the perfect time for it not to be. And Thorax are starting to get wrapped around, and they have a clear path to break through this unit. Widen that gap. Well, that's going on. Looks like the elephants might be making a pretty big mistake. Honestly, I don't know what they're up to.
Withdraw!
I would try to charge into some units that are already engaged so they wouldn't get the javelin fire off, but here we go. Ooh, these elephants. Did get in, though. They've gone berserk and they are... Well, let's see. At least half their... Yep, a little past half their number, and they are dropping fast. Oh, the Galatian swords are getting in here and breaking through. Silver shields have hit in the middle. Start helping the fight. Let's quickly jump over here. First of the tribals have broken. Another one's engaged here, wrapping around that Gallic. Some Thoreos help. Looks like they're still holding back over here, but those tribals are about to get in. But I think this is, right now, the more interesting part, as this is going to decide the battle, to be perfectly honest. Well, could decide the battle. If it ends up being a bit Pyrrhic, then... well... then it could still swing back either way, but if the defenders are able to get a decisive blow against the attackers here, this battle is as good as won for them.
As you wish. On my order, withdraw. Engage.
The issue is here now is the Galatians look like they've been dropped pretty hard.
Double time.
They're getting wrapped around.
Speed.
Artillery is still getting shots in. He's up to 82 kills. Looks like there's an Egyptian slinger over here. Yeah. This is not looking good for the defenders. They need to reconsolidate their forces here
Capture.
and start a pull back into the walls.
Right riders and the double. Break for glory. Quick march.
Looks like that's all the Galatians gone now. All that's left over here is on Egypt's side. Where's Egypt?
Engage. For glory. Trample them. Engage.
Now, they managed to stop that cavalry charge, but to be honest, this gamble is at the moment a loss. You can kind of see it. Starting to break over here. Get surrounded. No, they're going to break that Hellenic cataphracts real soon. Forces are dropping. Real quickly, not going to be much left of this sally out. Oh, it was an interesting one. That is for sure. Definitely an aggressive defenders.
Orders understood.
That's for sure.
Fight for glory. For double time. For double time.
Yeah.
Not charge. Are you ready?
What are these silver shields doing? They're already at 220 kills. That is... that can be dangerous. Well,
At the double.
So that's getting finished off. It looks like
Fill the
Seleucid here is going to go break these walls down. Let's take a look how the other side's faring. This flank has been left open, which is a pretty good play, because any ranged on this hill would be able to just fire down on them. Oh, those Cretans are open. Here we got some Libyans. Looks like they're being hit by that Scorpion up on that hill. Oof. Just dropping them. The middle of the hoplites are actually holding really well. Not many kills are doing their job meant to hold. Ooh, poor hoplites. We got a pretty intense melee or missile skirmish over here. This is an interesting position for the archers, that's for sure. See most of the Strats going over their head. Let's just watch for a bit, eh? I mean, what remains of Pergamon and Carthage is just putting up actually a very good defense. The issue is now that there's not much left over here based off of this. Yeah. Just a good number of dead from Egypt might have turned this fight over to the attackers, as you can kind of tell from the balance of power being pretty heavily in the attackers' favor. But it's not over yet. I mean, there are some units like cavalry and elephants that can definitely turn the tide of a battle, so even in this sort of situation, you don't want to give up. That is for sure. Oh, that poor tree. Zagimas are trapping themselves in that corridor. Though, yeah. Samnites can't really chase down there. Might not have actually been that bad of a play, so now they can just fire down the middle. This fight gets interesting. This tribal might just carry the fight against all these guys over here. Especially with those throws coming in. Tribal still holding here. Nice charge. It's a pity that it's a general's bodyguard unit. Honestly, if that was a noble cap, that might have actually broken the tireless unit. You'll find this pretty early on. I don't like general's bodyguard units. That is for sure. Ooh, that is a lot of javelins in those guys. Ooh, right through his mouth too, from what I can see. I think that went right through his mouth. Oh, Seleucid's getting in now. Looks like they're taking it and moving up. This point, there's not much you can do. It looks like Pergamon's sending some units back. Issue is the town center is this spot right here. You need enough men to be able to hold it. Now, despite everything, the Carthaginians are holding strong through this. Pergamon's managing to hold over here. Look. That Egyptian slinger made it out. Look at that. Yeah, these positions are quickly becoming stretched to their limit. I can't say anything for the defenders. I think at this point it's just about doing as much damage as they can. That's where I would be at this point, to be honest. Just go, just hurt them as badly as possible. Swords. So we have an Echemosphere, Royal Thorax. Looks like this guy ran over here. Pikeman, very tired, very tired. Tired. More units pulling away down there. The Carthaginians are winning the archer engagement, that's for sure. Let's even Cretan archer here. Rhodian Singer is out of ammo. 61 kills. Not very good. These Cretans are dropping. Royal Peltas taking on the flank. Osworn coming on in. Oh, interesting. Looks like Epirus has been able to turn this around. The archer fight, that's for sure. Oh, that unit. Oh, that poor unit of Cretans. It's a miracle that they're still around. Oh, there they go. A swarm getting there. Peltas of one. Oh, that's an interesting engagement right here. Hema versus Thorax. Oh, those Thorax. Flank.
Pick your target!
Don't worry, it looks like the Hillmen are going to do what Hillmen do, is act as a meat shield for the better units. Poor boys.
Advance at speed! Steady your aim!
I don't even think they're going to get up to them. Oh, one of the Hillmen made it. Oh, that one dropped. Come on, two.
We can't stop them!
And they're out. No kills. Looks Looks like a Gema Spears. There's another unit of Gema Spears right here, but that's all that's left. Center's definitely getting stretched a bit thin. Looks like the only unit of Libyan in the middle. If they break through that, they can swarm around. Which they don't really need to. It looks like they're already doing on their own. Swords, Royal Baptist. Bodyguard. Almost at 100 kills. Peltas chasing. Those Royal Peltas are chasing away. Oh, ranged. General's Bodyguard has over 100. Looks like he's still sweeping around, getting that ranged. Oh, the Spore Pike. Looks like the Thorax was able to get in and they're just cutting them through. Well, it ends a little disappointingly, but what happened was, shortly after Egypt lost everything, they quit. Pergamon quit shortly afterwards. Carthage gave it as good a fight as he could, and kept going. I will say this. After that gamble failed, it was tough for them, but Pergamon and Carthage still could have managed to pull that around. They had some pretty decent units with those Agimas. It would have been tough, though. But let's see how everyone did. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't a bad strategy. That gamble was definitely a gamble, but if it worked, this would have been a short fight the other way around. And I'd have been more than happy to see that, to be honest. Well, let's start with Nice Rice. See any real standout units. That Dacian Scorpion getting 115. That hill is scary, always. 117 for those Celtics. 208 for that Oathsworn. Didn't even send this one in. The Tribals 141, 145, 205, 123, 112, 130. Me here. 241 for the Hellenic Cataphracts. Let's see, 148 for the Syrians, 157 for these Syrians. Look at that. This Hillman got 126 kills. True MVPs of the game right here. I love when low tier units tend to get a lot of kills. It's always fun. Silver Shield Swordsman 294, 291. Still very healthy units. Thorax 151, 325 on this Thorax. 269, 236. Then titled here with Epirus. 157, 193, 131 on those Credence. Zilirian levies got killed by those Celtic, or no, they were Gallics and those Balearics. 149 for the Samnites, 110. Eat. Let's take a look over here at Pergamon. Not much. That general did nothing, man. That sucks. 242 on this Galatian, 108 on this one. I mean, these guys were meant to hold. I don't expect too many kills from them, but they held for a very long time. They held long enough that if their gamble succeeded, they could have got everything else back inside. Just didn't, sadly. 109 for the General's Bodyguard. 288 for this Balearic. Holy cow. 145, 110 for the Credence. Libyans 132. 111. 126 for this Celtic. 134 here. Qatari's got 168. Finally, Egypt. Now, Egypt was a really weird army for me, because I didn't see much crazy in value. I don't really know where it went. That Royal Thorax sadly didn't do anything just like that, General. Elephants got slaughtered. Sadly, no real standout units here, which you can see on the total kills, 463. But that is it for me. It's now 3 in the morning for me, because I definitely put this off way too long. See you next time, guys. I'm out.